Hello, in this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the T-Motor motors for the DJI Phantom and Phantom 2. This is a direct upgrade for the Phantom 1 and Phantom 2. This is the T-Motor version 2. As of August 2013, they stopped producing the first version of the motors. From my understanding, this version has the different threads, so you can use the screw-on propellers, self-tightening, but it comes with two clockwise and two counterclockwise motors. I'm replacing my motors here because they're making noise. Although one of them is fine. See, this one makes no sound. That one's fairly quiet, but makes a little bit of noise. This one makes the most. Anyway, it does fly perfectly fine though, even with that noise, but either way, a little bit of extra power and reliability can't hurt. Anyway, on with the unboxing. And I got these on Amazon from a reseller on Amazon for $190 plus tax and shipping, and some in New York. If you don't live in New York, you won't pay tax on it. Yeah, it was free shipping. So these are the NM2214 version 2. So when you buy these, definitely you want to make sure you're getting the version 2. If you buy it off that Amazon seller that I got it from, you will definitely be getting the version 2s. Okay. And from my understanding, you're going to get about a 5, maybe as much 10% power increase over the stock DJI motors that come with the Phantom version 2 and version 1.1.1. And you're going to get about 1 minute or 1 to 1.5 minutes of extra flight time based on other people's reviews. So here are the motors. It comes with a cap, center cap, so you can use standard rotors on it, props, carbon fiber, whatever you want. But anyway, let's take a look here. Seems to be stuck in here. I'm looking to see if there's any place labeled which one is clockwise and which one is counterclockwise. Oh yeah, here we go. CW. Clockwise. Of course, these aren't going to have any black dot on them like on the DJI props, so whichever one uses the black dot, I don't know if that's clockwise or the counterclockwise, you can just make your own little black dot using a marker to more easily distinguish which is which. The black dot, I think, is the clockwise one. So let me take out the others here. In the Phantom, these things are, some motors include something called bullet connectors, but these don't include them because since they're I think they're mainly intended as an upgrade to the DJI mode Phantom, which are soldered directly to the ESCs, which they're not using bullet connectors on there. So that's probably why. And I think these wires are pre-tinned, so you really probably shouldn't cut these off, just to make sure that you have the best connection. Anyway, let me take these others out here. One of the advantages of these are they're maintenance free. You don't have to worry about oil. You don't need to lube these engines. They have higher end bearings in them than the stock Phantom props. So of course you're going to get more speed, more lift from these engines. Again, not a dramatic amount, but here we go. These are the counterclockwise motors. So the sticker on one of these is a little bit rough on one of my counterclockwise motors. See where the seam is here. Not that that's any big deal. It's a little bit rough looking. So would be nice if it wasn't that rough. The others are good, or pretty good. This one's a little bit rough. But these are well better. None of them are perfect. I think it's just a sticker that says T-Motor. Now let's check out CCW. So this is the clockwise one here. Let me see which way it goes on. Alright, it spins that way. So let's no, actually that's counterclockwise. Alright, that would be CCW. Let me just check this again. Yep. It spins on and off. Oh, I didn't see that. Spins on and off perfectly. No tension. So that's counterclockwise. And let's take a look at the clockwise one. Let me just double check this. Actually, let me just see. Okay. Where's my clockwise? My clockwise prop is here. See which way this should turn. Yep, turn that way. Go on. So let me check this now. Yep, it's perfect. Although this one, there's a little bit more tension on the threads because of the paint on it, but it works fine though. Let's see if my other actually, yeah, no, that's a problem with the prop. So that loosens, comes off. So that's the prop that goes on here. Loosens that way. And this is the prop that goes on here. This one loosens this way. This one loosens this way. So it's a perfect replacement to the Phantom 2 Vision stock props and stock motors. And you're going to get the better performance. Awesome. Yeah, the threads on this prop are definitely not good. Not as good as can be, but okay. So this is CCW counterclockwise. Okay, and clockwise. So I'm just rotating these to see how they sound. And how they feel. So here's a closer look at the T-motor. You can look at how the wire is threaded. And you see the star pattern here is completely different than the stock DJI motor. So the tool that you use to remove the self-tightening props definitely won't fit this. Yeah, it wouldn't really work on that. So if your prop gets stuck on good, you're going to have to hold this really tight. Or use a plier holding on there with a claw so you don't chip it while you loosen it. Of course, if you're not using self-tightening props, you don't even have to worry about that. You can just twist the nut off. And so let's take a look at the manual. This clearly illustrates the wiring pattern for the clockwise and the counterclockwise motor. Let me first zoom out. Then zoom in. You can take a read and pause it if you want to read the instruction. Again, this is the wiring pattern for the clockwise and the counterclockwise. Counterclockwise welding diagram. Counterclockwise motor. So it looks pretty straightforward. And that's it. I don't know if I'm going to actually show the actual installation, but I will show you before and after I start it up. Maybe I'll start up the rotors when I'm actually ready to do it. I'll start up the rotors, you can hear what the motors sound like. Maybe I'll even show you hovering, and then I'll open up the, and I'll cut back in to show you how it is with the new motors. But I am expecting there to be less vibrations, so it'll give me smoother video, especially with the Vision camera, which is not really the greatest in terms of it staying completely smooth. It can be a little bit shaky at times. So any bit of vibration that you can reduce, the better. And that's about it. Please like and subscribe. I will put a link to the Amazon the Amazon link where I purchased these from. Please like and subscribe. I forgot to give you a good look at the underside of the motors here. It is a lot different than the stock motors. Sorry I don't have the stock motors out at the time to give you a direct comparison, but it is a lot different. This is more exposed over here. The seat clip, the bearing looks a lot different. The other one just looks cheaper, if you understand, you know. This looks of higher quality. You know, just looking at it, I feel like it looks better, you know. And the wires that come out of here are a continuous run from the actual coiled wire within the engine, FYI. And you can see that here. Definitely a high quality motor. I mean, there's certainly a reason why you're paying a premium for these over the stock motors that come with it. You know, you're going to get better longevity from these motors than the stock DJI motors. You're not going to have, it's maintenance free. You don't have to worry about lubing the bearings that are in this. And on top, these motors tend to be perfectly balanced, so you're going to get less vibrations between the better balancing and the higher quality bearings. And as an added bonus, you get a little bit more power. You know, a little bit more, a little better thrust, or more responsiveness, as some people call it. And you're going to get at least about another minute of flight time. You know, and even a minute of time can make the difference between this thing making it home to you and not, as well as the, and not to mention the little extra power you're going to get is also going to make that much more difference between it being able to fight a wind and getting back home to you and not. So, I mean, this can pay, if this thing saves you one flyaway, or not flyaway so much, but a blowaway, or that would cause the inability for your Phantom to get back to you, then it's already more than paid for itself. Anyway, and again, another little size comparison. It's exactly the same size as the stock motor, although I think when it's actually installed that it might be a little bit higher, but I won't know that for sure until it's actually installed in the unit. It's going to sit somewhere, it's at a similar level. At best it might be a little bit higher. But, yep, these are good. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.